Tough times have always made me stronger. It didn't feel good during the time I was going through the things or at the time. But I've always bounced back. I've always became resilient. What they say is what don't kill you makes you stronger, even though I feel like I've had enough tests now. But anyways, whatever. Um, Whether people have tried to come together to get me fired from a job or life kicked me in the ass at a very, very, very young age. Family, my first haters were my family members. Whether they try to objectify or object or not. Um, a lot of people have tried to shut me up, shut up my voice to where I wasn't able to tell my truth until what happened to me because they don't want to make themselves look bad. Um, they always be like, don't tell people that we did that to you. Don't make it seem like it what it was. But if you feel so awkward, you shouldn't have did it. You shouldn't have mistreated me. Like, I remember I was going through so much hell in high school. I wrote a school counselor a letter, and the school counselor was so concerned. She called my folks who I was staying with, and I say folks because I was staying with different relatives. It wasn't even like staying with my mom or staying with the father or a two-parent household or nothing like that. It was random ass relatives who I lived with, grandparents, cousins, aunts, uncles, whatever. So whoever I was staying with at that time, um, um, they called them up to the school and they were so embarrassed. But I was going through hell and back. I'm surprised I'm still here because the torment and torture I was going through, and then the prefrontal cortex wasn't developed yet, because that doesn't develop until about age of 25. I feel like the world was caving in on me, and I'm surprised I didn't try to take my own life. I was too scared to try to do something like that. I'm fine now. Anything I say, yeah, I ain't got to be concerned. I'm well grown as hell, and I'm in my 30s. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying I'm cool. We good. I'm just talking about the shit I went through as a child and as a teenager, and in my 20s, and in my early 30s. And yesterday, no, no, I'm just playing, but not. I'm playing, but I'm not. Like, goofiness and being silly has been a coping mechanism, and that's another thing as well. I've been able to use comedy to get through a lot of situations in life. And that's why I'm funny as hell. Even when I'm not trying to be funny, I'll be dead serious and be on the verge of like, ooh, knocking somebody out. And they'll be like, you're so funny. Keep laughing. You're going to see this fist flying to your face. Anyways, long story short, and I talk a lot of randomness because I'm a secret genius. Yeah, to my own horn, because it's like a lot of chaos, and so 1,000 thoughts a second in my head. So I gotta try to reel it in to get out a decent statement, if you will, because it's all jumbled. I'm trying to put it into filing cabinets in my mind. If y'all are anything into SpongeBob, the cartoon, that episode where he had to become a waiter at a fancy restaurant. They turned the Krusty Krab into a fancy restaurant, and um, they showed the inside of SpongeBob's mind, and it was little mini SpongeBob's working, putting stuff in file cabinets. So yeah, that's kind of how I picture my mind. That's the easiest metaphor for now I can really come up with. So long story short, a lot of people in my family tried to shut my voice up, and a lot of people in life have shut me up. I have a lot of different hidden talents, a little hidden gifts. I mean, they'll come out as I start to become more public and maybe make my videos public or whatever. A lot of my platforms are private because people are weird. But anyways, and then people are stupid. People try to dox you. People try to, just whatever. Like I said, but anything that has happened bad to me, I'll move forward and say that it's made me stronger. So if I lose a job, I'll get another one. One door closes, another one opens, or a window will open, or something, or many more doors will open, or opportunities will come, or something didn't work out initially. Plan A didn't work. There's plan B and C. There's so many instances in my life where people thought they did me in, and people thought they dug a ditch for me, and I've overcome. Like, they tried to bury me, and I was a seed. So I grew and I was able to flourish. Or they always say the adage, you dig one ditch, you better dig two. Because what you try to set up for others, you'll fall into, or something like that. Whatever. Like the trap. And my mom, my late mother, she was one of my biggest bullies too. Let's be frank. Let's be frank. I ain't gonna lie to you. My mom and I did not have the best relationship before she passed, but we made amends, like right on her deathbed. Anyways, don't feel sorry for me. Don't cry. I'm all right. She's all right. I'm all right. And so, anyways, long story short, she would always say, in the times that she did try to give me some good advice, she would say that the trap that others set up for you, they're going to fall into themselves. So if we're talking Bible language, because like I said, I still reference the Bible, even though I'm not a practicing Christian. I still look at the Bible for context, like I look at the other books for context. I look at the Quran, the Torah, and I look at all kinds of books. So don't get it twisted. I still quote the scriptures over my finances and over everything else. So, like I said, I'm just a spiritual person. So all around totality. I'm not limited to just one religion or one doctrine. And there's that. So anyways, kind of like the story of Esther in the Bible. For even if you're not Christian, it's a story. I'll paraphrase it. Where in the book of Esther, there was this one guy who didn't like this other guy. Haman didn't like Mordecai, whatever. And he set up a trap for him to get hung. And I'm not going through the whole story. Read it for yourself. Look it up. Google it. We got so many tools. Anyways, in limited time. Anyways, long story short. So Haman set up some traps so that Mordecai could get hung. At the end of the story, it was Haman who was sentenced by the king to get hung on the gallows that he built. The very gallows he built to hang Mordecai with, he was hung on himself. And that has been the story of my life. And I'm not saying that everybody who got me, I'm going to get them back, because I ain't got time for it. The universe, and if you believe in karma, I don't too much believe in karma, but if you believe in karma, what goes around comes around. It'll come back to you. It may not be in the same way you did me wrong, but it'll come back to you. So I thank God for the jobs that I've lost. I thank God, God, just a sense of, I thank goodness, God, universe, heavens, I thank the heavens that I been relieved from certain jobs, or I've been broke up in certain relationships. I think, ooh, baby, I'm so glad I never had no kid. Whew, I'm so glad I never got married. Whew, would have been the worst mistake of my life. And then, like I said, certain situations would have kept me trapped. So, like, I wasn't going to leave certain situations, and the door closed. Boom, slammed right in my face. And it's like, sure, I cried my tears. I've had my moments. I've had my downs. But, baby, I'm back up. Resilience. Boing, boing, bounce right back up like a rubber ball, So anything you did to try to hurt me, anything anybody ever did to try to hurt me, like, ha, we told on her, she got in trouble, or whatever. I mean, like I said, this is not just high school or grade school. You got people who act like this in adult workplaces, corporate settings, people 50, 60 years old working. You should be almost retired, but you trying to get your coworkers in trouble for some stuff for nothing, literally. Like, I mean, I'll be on the job sites in a lunchroom, on a break room by myself on my breaks, or I'll eat my lunch in my car if I have an in-person job, if not remote, or whatever. And I just do me. And because I don't socialize with the cliques, people try to do me in. But anytime people do me in, I bounce back up. And let's get a little bit deep and a little bit morbid before the clock runs out on this 10-minute mark. Even if I were to pass, I mean, we're all going to pass away, right? But even if or when I pass away, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be in a different realm. I'm going to be in the ethers, the astral realm. I'm going to be fine, and I'm going to be off the earth, which is going to be great. I'll be off this hellhole shit. Life is fucking tough. It would be nice to go back to where the hell I came from. So even in death, I'm good.